Hi guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel. This week is week 51 of my 52 weeks of personal growth. And this week I'm going to be talking about from the 17th of December to the 23rd of December. There's only 1 week left of the year. That is insane. So I thought I would quickly start off by just quickly talking about the purpose of these videos. Why I have chosen to film a video every single Monday of the year of 2018. And I thought I would explain that, and I'm sure I have mentioned it before, but just because I was doing a bit of reflecting yesterday that I have done 50 videos, and now this is my 51st video where I talk about what I learned, how I felt, and what I did every single week. And so I was just doing a lot of reflecting and I just couldn't really believe it. And I looked back on if you look in the description of all my videos, I explain what 52 weeks of personal growth is. And I looked back on that and I sort of asked myself, has what I said these videos were for, has that matched up to what I have gone and done? And I would say it has. It's been a bit of a mess, like, you know, sometimes I say too much or not enough or things like that. But I think at the core of it, the purpose was to film a very raw video every single week, which I have done. You know, I do not edit these videos. I literally film them, put them on my computer, then I quickly put the intro and the outro in, then I upload it to YouTube. I do not watch the video. I do not edit the video. I don't do any of that. Most of the time, I'm gonna say about 90% of the time of my videos, they are when I wake up, I'm still in pajamas, I have not looked in the mirror, you know, I haven't brushed my hair, I haven't done anything. Of course, there are times where I'm a little bit more dressed up, like today, but that is because it's Christmas Eve. And yeah, so it does vary, but most of the time I do not look in the mirror before filming the video because I want it to be raw. I do not care if I'm in my pajamas. I don't care if I've just been for a run. I don't care if I've just gotten out of the shower. I want it to be raw and real because the whole point of these videos for me was to break the stigma of perfection and to break the stigma of everything having to be happy and positive and great all the time. I wanted it to be very real and authentic, and I feel like I can say I have done that because there are several videos from the last 51 weeks where I have been crying or upset or saying I've had a terrible week or where I've been extremely negative. And there's also, thankfully, several videos where I'm over the moon happy, I'm super positive and bubbly and cheerful and excited. So I like that there is a mixture of that, and I think that was the main purpose of these videos, was that I filmed even when I didn't want to film. I talked about things that I did not want to talk about. Of course, there's always the exception. There have been a few things that I haven't talked about because it involves specific other people, and that's totally not fair on them to sit there and talk about them when this is about me. And I don't want to bring other people into that because that's up to them if they want to share their life with the world. So of course I haven't shared every little tiny thing, but I have tried to at least broadly talk about some things even if I didn't want to talk about them. So I feel like they have been very honest and real. I will say I almost wish I did speak a little bit more about the negative things. Like I said, I did as much as I could, but I just remember a few weeks where I literally cried every day or I was super upset, and I maybe didn't express that enough in the videos, but I think it was because by the time I had to film the video, I was maybe feeling good that day, and then it's hard to express how bad you've really been feeling when you suddenly feel better, if that makes sense. But I still think I gave it my best shot at being very raw and honest because that's what I wanted to do. You know, I wanted to show when I was feeling extremely upset because I want to show that everyone goes through that, and I know that. I know so many people that look so perfect and happy all the time on Instagram or Facebook or Snapchat or whatever it is, or in real life, but underneath all that, they're hurting, they're insecure, they're upset, and everyone goes through phases like that. And I think I've just heard so many times, too many times, that people say, oh, I wish I was like that person, I wish that I had their life, but you really don't know what their life is like because you see a photo which is a a split second of a posed photo in the most perfect scenery that they have chosen and edited to put up, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just to say that you have to be so aware that you have no idea what's going on in their life. And so I wanted to show that, because although my purpose in life, I feel currently, is to help inspire others and motivate others, I would not say I'm perfect, and I'm proud to say that, but I've had several times where people have said to me, I want to be you, I want to be like you, you're so pretty, you're so nice, like your life is perfect. And it's really not. Like, I'm very blessed, like I'm so lucky, and I'm happy and healthy and strong and confident, but I also have had many bad days where I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know, like I didn't know what my purpose was, wasn't sure who my friends were, had family problems, had relationship problems. Like, there's been all of that that just isn't seen as much. So I really wanted to just, you know, show people that, yeah, you can inspire to be me and I can inspire to be someone else, but you don't know what's going on in other people's lives. That's why it's better just to have someone to look up to, for sure, like have a mentor and have someone you inspire to be. But for me personally, I just inspire to be my highest self. So I know what I want in my life. I know exactly how I want to be, how I want to look, and how I want to feel. And that is what motivates me to be the best version of me I can be. I don't want to be someone else or try to be someone else. I just want to be the best me I can be. So to do that, I make sure I hang around with people that lift me up and people I can be myself with. That is something I have learnt and realised this week, was that there are certain people that I can really be myself with, and I think that's so important in a friendship, in a family, in a relationship especially. Like, it's so important that you can be your complete self. So yeah, that has been the purpose of these videos and why I do them, because sometimes, you know, I just talk so much in these videos and they can seem a bit all over the place, but that's because I need to cram in everything I have learnt, done and felt in a week in one video, and that's extremely difficult. So this video is probably going to be a bit lengthy because I've got this video and then next week's video and then I'm done, and that's super crazy. The other purpose of these videos has been to show, like, how much I can achieve in a year, all the goals I have achieved, and next week I will share all the goals I achieved that I set out to do at the start of the year, which is super exciting. And I'll make several other videos on my goals for next year and goals about this year and everything like that, because it is a big part of my YouTube channel, is to talk about goals and achieving them, because it's what makes you your greatest self, and that's what I'm all about, is becoming the best version of you you can possibly be. So I do feel like I've spoken a lot about goals in these videos, what I've accomplished, what I've changed, how I've changed it, why I've changed it. So I'll say I have also achieved that from these videos every week. The other purpose was to film videos to motivate myself and to inspire others. And I have received a lot of videos this week from other people saying thank you for me doing this year, and I have definitely motivated myself, because I've been very conscious and aware every week that what I do and how I feel I would like to share. So it's made me more present, and it's made me reflect a lot more, and it's made me review every week, every day, every month this year, and that is super cool. And it's, yeah, just made me try a lot harder. So I'll say I also achieved that with the purpose of these videos. The next purpose of it was to document how I change and grow throughout the year, and I definitely think you can see that, because I have changed physically. You know, I've lost a lot of weight. I have changed emotionally. I've been very up and down. I was happy, I was so upset, I was happy, I was upset again, and now I'm super happy. So it has changed so much throughout the year, so I definitely think you can see that. I'm so grateful and blessed to say that it's stable now. It's so much more stable than it has been. The whole year has just been up and down, but the last few months have been so good to me. physically, emotionally, mentally, everything has just been so much better. So I'm so happy I can say that these videos have helped me show my changes. Also, I had hair down to here at the start of the year and now it's here. So there's like little changes and then there's huge changes, like going traveling, moving out, going through a breakup, getting different friends, changing jobs, losing a job, getting a new job, so many changes. And I've definitely can say I've documented that, and that is so cool to look back on, even if these videos are not appealing, you know, like it's an atrocious mess back here. This is not my room, that's why. But like these videos aren't perfected, whereas if this was a more professional main channel video, whatever you want to call it, I would make sure the background's white and there's pretty things in the background and I look amazing and whatever. But that has not been the purpose with these videos. I don't care where I film. It just needs to be, I just need to be able to put the camera somewhere and be in quietness so I can talk, because I don't edit them, so it needs to be raw and undisturbed, if that makes sense. Whereas other videos I can edit, I can cut things out, I can change things, I can refilm it, you know. Whereas these, in the start of the year, I will say, like, sometimes it took me a while to start the video. I'm like, what do I say? And I kept saying, hi guys, blah blah blah. Now I literally turn it on and just start. I don't even know what I'm gonna say. Yes, I do write things down as a cue because I don't want to be sitting here being like, what else did I do? Like, I need to have things written down. So I think that's fine. But yeah, I will say, yeah, it's just, I just love that I've stuck to the whole purpose throughout the year, without it being perfect. For me, like, done is better than perfect in some situations. What else? I feel like I've definitely shared the bad with the good, because everyone has bad days. Some just choose to hide it. And I've just been trying to take down the stigma of pretending everything's okay and perfect. And also another purpose of the videos was to show the journey of getting to where I want to be, not just the end result. So many people, and that's fine, everyone can do whatever they want, but I've noticed a lot of people just show the end result, you know, like you see these beautiful fit models on Instagram, for example, and you want to be like them, but it's like, how did they get there? Whereas I'm trying to show how I get there, you know, and show all the ups and downs in the process. And I'm also, the last purpose of these videos was to show what I'm learning as I learn it. You know, some videos I'm like, oh yeah, I believe in this, I think this, and this is what I've been doing. And the next week it's like, okay, scratch that, that was wrong. This is now what I believe, you know. I'm not looking for all the, like, I'm looking for the answers and showing you them as I find them, if that makes sense. So I'm very happy to say I feel like I have fulfilled the purpose of these videos, so it hasn't been a waste. And it's nice to see the results where I'm getting messages from random people every day, just saying how it's really helped them. Like, and maybe they've only seen one video of the 52, but if it's just helped one person with one thing I've said, that's all that matters to me. Like, honestly, it's the little things that make a big difference, in my opinion. Now, with that being said, let's get on to this week, which is week 51. What I did, I saw lots of friends in Denmark because my time is running out here, unfortunately. I leave back to Australia in a few days, so I've been catching up with a few friends. Like, I saw a friend who actually visited me in Australia earlier this year, so I went over to her house and we connected so much. Like, we literally talked non-stop for several hours and had dinner together. It was so nice. Also had dinner with another friend who I hadn't seen in such a long time. I went to Malaga the other day with a friend of mine from Denmark, and we had so much fun. I literally love Malaga so much, so I'm so grateful I got to go there with her, because that was just an experience I'll remember forever, because we were just lucky and it was relaxing and it was warm and it was just beautiful. So lucky I got to go there. I planned my goals, and last week I think I said I hopefully would have sorted it out by now, and I can finally say I have, like, for good this time, because I used my new planner that I'm going to be using next year, and I followed the steps. I didn't write it in the book, I just followed the steps to write a draft on my computer first, because I want to make sure when I write it in the book, like, that's how I want it to be for the rest of the year, and it's written correctly and everything like that. So I've been doing drafts on my computer and changing things and the orders and stuff, and I can finally say I have 3 long-term goals and 7 goals for next year with 7 different categories. And I will make a separate video talking about what my goals are, how I plan them, why I've planned them the way I have, etc, etc, because I'll go through a lot of detail, because like I said, I want to show how I do things, not just what I've done, if that makes sense. To actually generally help people and give my reasons to why I've done things. And I've changed my goals up so much throughout this year, but I think it's really helped having a planner, because I know I'm doing it the right way. I've done so much trial and error, which I wouldn't change anything for, because now I know every single way you can possibly write goals and what works and what doesn't, because I've been trying it all this year. Like the start of this year, I had so many goals. I had like 7 categories, but like 5 goals under all of them. Now I have 1 goal per category, because I can achieve more by focusing on less. But still, 7 categories, meaning like, you know, health, career, relationships, fitness, finances, things like that, like different areas of my life, because I don't want to just focus on one area of my life. I want to be in balance and work on every area in my life. So I've got 1 goal, some are bigger than others, but then I do have my 3 long-term huge goals that are just, hopefully they come true one day. But yeah, next year I'm so excited to show how I'm completing these goals, because I have big plans for how to achieve all of them, and I think I can do it. I really do think that, which is very exciting, because I planned them properly. I have action plans. They're realistic. They are, yes, sustainable. They're specific. Like I've used the method SMART goals. That's all I'll say. I'll make a separate video. This is going to be a lengthy video. I've been like, how do I explain this? I haven't had like, I've been very lucky that I feel like I'm on good terms with everyone in my life, but I've made sure I've like fixed it up with people that it wasn't 100% with recently, because I just want to go into the new year fresh, all as well, like, you know, me feeling good about everyone that's in my life and thanking the people that shouldn't be in my life anymore and just gracefully letting them go, because some people do hold me back. They're too negative for me, or they bring me down, or they're just not good for me, or they don't have the best intentions for me, or something like that. So I've let go of those people, but I've still thanked them and I still appreciate them. So I've been doing that this week, because I just want to go into 2019 and make it the best year ever, and I can't do that with people in my life that are bringing me down. I'm not blaming anyone. It's not a specific person's fault or anything like that. It's just not everyone works well together, and I've been just working that out with random people in my life. And just, even if I don't actually message them or specifically talk to them, as long as in my head I have forgiven people and thanked people and can be grateful for everyone who has been or is in my life, that's all that matters. I made my affirmation cards. That's my 30-day challenge this month, is 30 days of affirmations. I can confidently say I've been reading affirmations every day, and I've made some like little cute cards and I laminated them, cut them out, everything. They're so cute. They're packed away now, but I should have showed them. But I love them, because now I'm going to put them next to my bedside table when I'm back in Australia, and every morning I'm just going to pick them up, choose some random ones and read them and really feel them confidently, loudly, with so much passion and energy, so they mean something and they stick to me, if that makes sense. What else have I done? Oh, and I bought lots of crystals in Malaga actually, and my mum's given me some and something like that, and I've learned about how to clean crystals and how to charge them and everything like that, and how I can use them in my life, and they're so beautiful. I can't wait to bring my new ones back to Australia and put them all together and stuff like that. Very, very exciting. What I've learned a lot this week, because I've been on planes quite a lot, and trains and buses and whatnot, and I've been really trying to use my time wisely recently. So when I'm on the plane or when I'm in line for something, I'll listen to a podcast, I'll read a book, you know, I'll do something productive with my time. I've spent a lot of time in the last few weeks waiting around at airports. I think I've been on 11 flights more or less in the last 4 weeks. which is crazy. So I've spent a lot of time in airports, and I've been reading and working on my goals and listening to podcasts so much. So naturally I've learned a lot. And I've written down a few things that I want to quickly mention, but I will say a lot of these things I learnt from, I'll get it up, Tony Robbins' podcast with Russell Brand, and it's called Recover Your True Self. Very good, would highly recommend. So I learned a lot from that, and his other podcasts, of course. But a few things I've learned is I've realised I can travel on my own, and when I'm put in that situation, I can find my way around and stuff. I think I've been traveling with a few people before where I just sort of, you know, they know what they're doing, I just sort of let them sort it out or whatever. But when I went to Malaga, I was the more travelled, like, experienced person, so naturally my instincts just kicked in and I figured it all out, even though everything's in Spanish and everything, and it was super easy. And I'm so much more confident in airports now and travelling and being around random people, and I love seeing that change. So cool. So definitely now I know I can do that. I learned how to enjoy black tea. That's so random, but I'm so happy I can drink tea without milk now, or soy milk should I say. I still prefer that, but I at least know I can drink tea without milk, because I've been traveling a lot and I still drink tea because I love it, but I haven't always had milk on me, so I've just learned to enjoy it over the last month, and I really like it actually. I've also learned that I'm not very good at explaining things, I'm good at showing things. That's why these videos get so lengthy, because I'm not very good at getting my words out. So next year my plan is to show more what I do, not just talk about it, which I believe in that so much more anyways, like, you know, walk your talk, if that makes sense. Which I do, I just don't show it, I just talk about it with these videos specifically. And another thing I learned is nothing changes if nothing changes. I just love that. I'm sure people have heard it before, but it's a nice little reminder. Like, if you want to change something, change it, you know, like, and it's just nice to ask yourself that when you're not feeling good. Identity changes with action, not with discussion, which is pretty much what I just said before. And I think Russell Brand said that in Tony Robbins' podcast. And I really liked that. And another podcast I saw, can't really remember the name of it right now, but a guy said, instead of seeking happiness, like, you know, because if something good happens in your life, you feel really happy, and then eventually it sort of disappears. And he was sort of wondering, why does that happen? Like, why does the happiness fade in certain situations and stuff? So instead of looking for happiness, wonder why you're not feeling it all the time. Like, he was wondering if you couldn't feel it all the time. And I'm not saying it's realistic or even good to feel extremely happy all the time. Like, I think everything's good in balance, right? And you don't know the good days without the bad ones. And I think that's why I really appreciate how good I've been feeling lately, because I know what it feels like to feel so upset and miserable and just like, I know what that feels like. That's why I go on all the time. I feel so good, this feels amazing, I'm feeling happy. I know I say it so much, and that could almost sound unrealistic, but it's because I appreciate it so much. Like, if I wake up feeling amazing, doing amazing things around amazing people, and just feeling at peace and not stressed or anxious or worried, that's amazing to me, and I'm going to talk about that, and I'm going to feel that proudly, and I'm going to show that because it feels so good. And when you know what it's like to feel at the complete worst, where you don't even know like what you're doing on this planet, yeah, you're going to talk about it a lot because you just know how important it is to you. So yeah, I just thought, if I'm ever not feeling good, I'm just going to ask myself, why aren't I feeling good? Like, work out why. I think that's so important, because there's nothing wrong with feeling negative thoughts, but it's why you're feeling those negative thoughts that you need to work on. It's all in the mind, I'm telling you. Also, another thing they said in the podcast was, and it's something that I think is really nice to say to people that need to appreciate their life more, or just appreciate everything in general more. And that is, if your great-great-grandma didn't meet your great-great-grandpa, you wouldn't be here. Like, how crazy is that? Like, that's such a small thing. But if that didn't happen, you wouldn't be here right now. So that's how lucky you are and how much you should appreciate your life. Because if one little thing was different, like, you literally wouldn't be here. We are so lucky to be on planet Earth, where we, like, just look around, like, all these things, like the fact that we have houses and we're like so smart. All of this has happened all these years that we haven't even been alive, like, if that makes sense. It's kind of hard to explain, but I just find that crazy. And there's like 10 trillion cells in your body working for you every single second, and you don't even have to do anything. It's just all working for you. Do you know how lucky you are? Like, that you have that many cells that are literally fighting for you to be alive, and you don't feel any of that. You just live your life, and it just makes you want to appreciate everything so much more. How I felt, I can tell I'm in a better place in my life, because if I get into an argument or a discussion with someone now, I can sort of let go of it so much easier. Like, I've really learnt to let go of things, whereas before I would feel anxious. I would feel my whole body like heat up and just be angry and upset and think about it constantly until it was resolved. But now it's like, I think because I'm at peace with my life and I'm confident with who I am, it's a lot easier for me to let go of things. But letting go is hard, but it has to be done. And I can tell my confidence has gone up, because I noticed in Malaga specifically, actually, you know, whenever I wanted to film something, because I film a vlog every time I travel, I just pulled out the camera and I just spoke. Whereas I remember specifically in my last Europe trip, I remember being like, what do I say? How do I say it? I restarted it. I was super awkward and shy. And I was still more confident than a lot of people, even back then, because most people don't even have the guts to put up a YouTube video, because it's sharing too much, which is totally fine. But I can just tell my confidence has gone up. I've always been pretty confident with putting things on YouTube. Like, I just post it. I don't really care for some reason. But yeah, I just noticed that filming around other people, I have slowly gotten better at it. Of course, it depends who I'm with and the situation, but I just noticed in Malaga, like, I just didn't care. Like, I just said what I wanted wherever I wanted, even though I was with friends or when I was alone. Like, I just did it, and it's nice to feel and look more confident. It's important. That's it. That's all I got to say. Long video, I know, but it had to be said. I just realised yesterday I've only got 2 videos left. I need to say everything I needed to say that I haven't said in previous videos. It's just gone so fast. To think I've done this every Monday of the year. That is crazy. So crazy. Anyways, I really hope you enjoy your Christmas holidays and New Year's and everything, and I will see you next Monday. Thank you so much for watching. Please give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed, because it really supports my channel, and subscribe, because I post so many videos every single week. I think I posted like 4 this week. Yeah, and lots more content's coming, and I really appreciate you. And if you have a quick 10 to 30-second video you would like to send me, where you just say whatever you want, a comment, like the good or bad that you thought about this series, please send it to me on Facebook or Instagram or however you want, because I really appreciate it. And I'll be putting together a little video here at the end of the year, and if you'd like to be a part of it, you're more than welcome to. So just send me something somehow, and yeah, I'll include you in my video. Thank you so much, and see you next week. Bye!